Hello? Hello? Anybody there?
Hello, did it work?
Hello.
Oh.
Yes, that worked fine. Well done.
Beautiful.
Excellent news. Hello, everybody. Hello.
Hello.
Everyone all right?
Yeah, good, thanks. How you been?
Fair to middling. Fair to middling. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 119 of the Ideal Home Show. No John this week. He's embroiled in a legal battle. We will obviously we can't discuss the details of the case, but we hope he is eventually cleared. Ideally for next Thursday would be good. He vigorously denies the charges and sends his apologies for missing the show.
Yeah, good luck to you, John.
Good luck, John. I mean, anyway, she looked 18 to me.
You know, that's not what he told me. He told me he'd gone for an interview down with Norfolk Digital. That there was a radio program that he was going to possibly present.
He'd be amazing on a regional digital radio station.
You would?
Yeah, no, he's on holiday. He's on holiday. I'm joking. Tonight's show, we've got Brad from Phobic Mods.
Hello.
We've got James from imasquonker.co.uk.
Good evening.
And we've got Rick from modmaker.co.uk.
Cheers.
Back from his hiatus.
Yeah, I thought I'd have a little break, a couple of weeks.
Maybe one for 1 week only before another break, but
maybe.
Well deserved.
Yeah, I hope Benidorm was nice.
Benidorm. I was talking about Benidorm to Annie the other day because we got a thing through the door for the postcode lottery. And I said to her, if we ever win, I don't know if you've seen the adverts for it, have you? The postcode lottery.
Yeah, that's the one where they knock on your door.
The old woman, she says, "Pack your bags, we're going to Benidorm."
My postcode won it.
Was it?
Yeah.
Were you not home?
We didn't play it.
Oh no.
That sounds like a bit of a marketing scam. Like, your postcode won, but you weren't part of this scheme.
We're not going to do it. We don't think there'll be much take up around Royal Tunbridge Wells for it.
That's more reason to do it. You get more of the cut.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would do it. It's just, it's not very Tunbridge Wells, you know.
No. Anyway, welcome to the show. On tonight's show, we will be discussing a lot of things, a lot of squonking talk. We have Travava, things that remind you of vaping that aren't really vaping at all. We have a mod showcase later on, and we have a truly spectacular, thanks to Colin, we have a truly spectacular troll of the week.
Oh yes,
just finishing, featuring the amazing Donald Trump.
He's an amazing man. He amazes me every day.
He's definitely if he's not the best president they've ever had, he's the second best.
He is the single most entertaining president they've ever had.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the second Bush couldn't be beaten, but he's just, I mean, blown him out.
Leagues ahead of him.
Yeah, finest hair in the US presidency. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely
is it his real hair? I saw a comb over shot in the wind.
Did you see that? Getting on a plane, wasn't he, or getting off on a plane? Yeah. Oh god.
Yeah. So more from Trump later on. Brad.
Yes, darling.
How has your week been? If you were going on holiday tomorrow, where would you go? And you can't say South Africa.
Fair.
What did you have for lunch and breakfast? What are you drinking tonight? And what are you vaping?
Rightio then. What was the first question? I've forgotten already. My week. Week's been good. I've been building baby furniture again. I'm on page 17 of 200 and something of this daft instruction book. So I'm pretty sure my daughter's going to turn 18 by the time her cot and changing table is ready.
I didn't know you could build a baby. with an instruction manual.
Well, the instructions for that were very brief. There's really only two. It's back and forth and back and forth. No, it's the cot and the changing table that's taking me an age to build. But I'll get there, probably in time for her first child. I am vaping on Stabwood Phobia with the trusty Solo that even I can make whistle. And in there, I've got Premise Reason. And my new Haku cap. Oh, let's make the focus better.
There we go.
There we go. From the Muniz brothers. I know I'm not pronouncing that right. But she just sort of lifts the Haku up that little bit to more of a flavor atty.
Is that the Cruiser or the Phenom you've got there?
It's the Cruiser. So it's got that bigger, a bit of a bigger juice well, but I just ram it full of cotton. So
it's the same thing, isn't it? It's the same atty, essentially.
Yeah, it's the same atty. One just fits more cotton. So anyway, and in there I've got white gummy.
What is that?
Well, it's white gummy. It tastes like white gummy bears to me. I'm not even sure if that's the real profile.
On the gummies, I love the white of all of that. That sounds really racist. I love the white of all.
Now you're speaking my language.
You know, I love the black as well, and the orange and the red and the green. But I really especially love the what flavour is white gummy?
What do you mean by white? Do you mean transparent?
Well, it's kind of
the gummy bear that has no colour.
Is it an apple flavour, a pear or something?
No, it tastes like gummy bears.
That's got no flavour. It's just the gummy bear flavour.
No. What flavour is it though? What flavour is see-through white gummy? What flavour is that? Is it grape?
They all taste the same to me.
No, because there's nothing grape about this. But I don't know what the gummy bears are.
You can get a gummy bear flavouring. I've got some.
Well, that's what's in here. I'm sure of it.
I don't know what it tastes of though. Without I don't know.
I just finger blasted that liquid and then remembered that I nicked that up to 9.
Oh, nice.
That's got a tingle. That's got a tingle to it.
Apparently, it's pear, the clear one. Jay says.
Nice.
Pear. Matt says I prefer the blick ones.
I've got Swedish gummy from Dark Star.
Oh, that's Swedish fish, though, wasn't it?
I don't know what its flavour is. I'm going to taste it.
Gummies are national dishes, isn't it?
Oh, fuck. I'll taste it neat.
A fish flavoured.
No, Swedish fish.
It's got a flavour. It has got a flavour. Sort of appley, I think.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, well, now that no one, see, we started the conversation not knowing what flavour it is, and we're ending it still not knowing what flavour it is.
Apparently, in the real ones, it's pear.
Nice.
Fair. The next question had something to do with breakfast.
And lunch.
And lunch. Breakfast and lunch. Breakfast and lunch was easy. I had a bowl of muesli full of orange juice for breakfast every day.
That's minging.
Yeah.
It's absolutely minging. I get accused of some stuff on here, but
yeah, I had cornflakes with a cup of tea in there. It was awesome. I just combined it. I want to do that with all my meals. It seems so much easier there, Brad.
But when you don't drink milk in any form, what do you put with your cereal?
Full English breakfast, don't eat the cereal.
Coconut milk or whatever it's called, or almond milk or something like that.
Oh, that's even worse.
Cow milk?
What do you mean it's worse than orange juice? People use almond milk as a milk.
Milk doesn't come from almonds. Like
soya milk's quite all right. We had that for a little while.
And you can milk anything. You can milk any animal, certainly any mammal. You can milk. you can milk nuts.
Particularly the mammals. Yeah, particularly the mammals.
Have you milked the cat?
You can't milk a jellyfish.
You can totally milk a cat, though. You would absolutely.
Yeah, you can milk a cat.
Yeah.
Cat milk breakfast.
A milk-to-male donkey.
It's going to take a long time to fill up music, right?
Yeah,
Did you get much off the donkey?
Bull's milk instead of cow's milk might be an idea.
Oh, really lumpy.
It's a lot of effort for very little payoff. And I was lazy, so I had the same thing for lunch.
Oh, back-to-back orange juice and muesli. Living the dream, Brad. You're living the dream.
Try it and then tell me I'm wrong.
Is it bitty orange juice? So is it the real stuff with bits in?
Yeah, freshly squeezed orange juice. I cut the oranges and just bring them out. No sugar, no nothing.
Good.
That's got to be really quite good for you, but it sounds awful. It just sounds awful.
Well, you think everybody thinks like having lots of orange juice is good for you, but it isn't really. It's so full of sugar. It's so much sugar in natural juice.
Yeah, there's a lot of fructose in it, which your body breaks down quickly. What's bad for you is the store-bought orange juice because it's pumped full of sucrose.
Yeah, but it's still full of sugar, whether it's natural sugar.
Yeah, fair.
And other good things. There's good things in there as well.
There's orangeness. And orange.
Let's not be like the anti-fruit brigade. Let's not be them people.
We're far from that. Have a glass of orange juice, by all means. But
apparently, don't put it in your cereal because then people will judge you.
Harshly, really harshly.
You don't put it in your coffee.
No, I just have my coffee plain.
So have you done everything? What was about the holiday place?
Holiday. I haven't been snowboarding in ages, so I would go somewhere in a white mountain and snowboarding because I lugged my snowboard all the way from Africa here 2 years ago, and it's been in the attic ever since. Rather ashamed.
I've never done it. I've never had a go. I don't want to find out I'm good at it because then it's like
that's that thing, isn't it? That's like surfing and snowboarding. You think you're going to go there and you're going to be shit at it, and you're always crap at it.
But even if I really enjoy it, I don't want to enjoy something that much that I can only do once a year.
For the first week of doing it, you're going to have a sore ass, and so there's no better way to put to word that actually. Yeah,
I've never been snowboarding either, Richard, ever, and I had the opportunity once. I got invited to go when I was living in Australia. My friend said, "Come on, I'm driving down to Fredbo for the weekend. I've got all the gear to come down," and I didn't.
That's a good laugh.
Wish I did now.
I get a sore ass on all my holidays. If you enjoy
falling over, it's a great laugh.
I've really enjoyed watching the Olympic snowboarding and all of that stuff. I mean, I love all the half pipes and all of that. And I like skating. I knew people who skated in Australia. And
my favourite thing about the Olympics is watching them fall, but I think that's just because I'm a bit of a sadist.
That skating's brutal, isn't it? One little slip and end of career.
Yeah, like flying into a wall.
Not Korea, the place. But I wouldn't be surprised if that's the pressure those skaters are under. But
well, if they lose, they go home and get shot.
Yeah,
like a horse with a broken leg.
That last that has got disqualified twice and fallen once. I bet she was. Part of her was pleased that her boyfriend got a medal. I bet part of her was fucking gutted.
Well, she knew she couldn't go home. She basically had to get extradited and apply for, not sovereignty. What's it called when you apply to hide in a country from your government? That thing.
Yes, that thing.
Asylum?
That thing.
No.
Asylum. Yeah. She's currently applying for asylum, trying to get away from.
He's just going to be walking around the house with nothing on but that gold medal.
You would though, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
I would. I'd walk down the bloody street like that.
I give that relationship 6 weeks.
Yeah, the jealous
around my neck.
Much in the end, I think.
I wouldn't hang the medal from my neck.
Is that all of it? Are you passing it on?
Yeah, I think that's all of it. I'm gonna throw it back to Rickles because we missed you, mate.
Oh, missed you too.
How have your mornings been? What did you have for dinner on your 18th birthday? What are you vaping on? That wasn't even my funny question. My funny question is if you were forced to be stuck in an elevator and you had a choice of an angry pit bull or your mother-in-law, choose and why. I know which way I'd go, so I have to try that.
How have my mornings been? They've been The same as ever, really. Same as ever. Yeah. Get up. I wake up too early. You know, the last couple of weeks since the Olympics started, actually, I've been waking up. I don't know why. I've been going to bed early. I've been getting some early nights. Yeah. I've been waking up and getting up about 5 o'clock in the morning and going and watching a bit of the Olympics, Winter Olympics in the morning.
It's my favourite thing to do in the morning now.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, some things I don't like too much about the Winter Olympics. I get a bit. Do you know what? This isn't sexist in the slightest. I tell you what really fucks me off with the Winter Olympics is the women on that half pipe. They just don't have any speed or any air. Why do they? They try to slow down. I know the blokes are going massive. They're going really high. They're doing 10 spins in the air. The women slow themselves down and they go about a metre off the top of the ramp.
It's like wheelchair tennis, isn't it?
I just don't know why. There's got to be a woman that comes along that's really got some gonads and goes, fuck it, I'm going to go like the men do. You know, but they just really don't, and it really disappoints me.
But those women do come along and do it, but then they have them tested for steroids, and they often find testicles.
But no, it's still enjoyable to watch. I mean, but it does definitely needs to go on. That women's half pipe needs to go on before the men's. No, that's my mornings really lately. Yeah, early night.
What's the latest on the floodgate? Is that all sorted?
No, it's not, but it will be soon. I've got an announcement really to make, but I'll have to put it on the site as well. We got to close. We won't be we're not closing the shop down, but we've got to. We can't go into work on a week Friday and the following Monday because they're doing our floor. It's finally going to be back to normal, our unit.
Okay.
It's been a hard year with that, but no, it's getting fixed. But we're going to be massive. We're going to be behind. We're behind on the Monday anyway, after the weekend. So to lose a Friday and a Monday,
it's nothing like a little bit of forced leave.
No, I haven't had it's not like I had a choice either. And I moaned about it, but it ended up the contractor that the insurance company was sorting out. He said, "Look, if they're not out, I'm not doing it." And it's like, I've got no choice really. I've got to get out. And I've got to empty my unit out, and yeah, it's a pain, but it's nearly fixed. So
that sounded so dirty. Got to empty my unit out.
Well, that would make me feel a bit better as well, I'd imagine.
I was laughing at Ollie's suggestion in chat that they should milk the female half pipe ladies to make sure.
Man down.
Timestamp.
Right, what else was there? Was there breakfast? No, what did I have for dinner on my 18th birthday? Do you know what? I probably just went up the pub and got bladdered. I'd imagine. I can't remember. Obviously, it's such a long time.
It's going to be a burger.
Sorry, that went down the wrong pipe.
I don't think I did anything. I don't think I did anything special on my 18th. I wasn't living with my parents when I was 18. So
it was the 1800s. You were expected to be out the house by then, surely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, and I was, you know. But yeah, I think I probably just went up the pub in the afternoon and got bladdered and crashed around someone's house, I'd imagine, one night.
A beer is a meal, is it not?
It is. Yeah. But I might have got a kebab later. I don't know. Who knows? I can't remember back then. I can't remember last week.
I can't remember what I had for lunch when I was 18.
No, I really can't remember that. So, what else was there? What am I vaping on?
Vaping, drinking.
Drinking. I'm drinking. I've got a selection box from the supermarket. This is such good value now, the Brewdog. 12 bottles for 15 quid in Tesco's. So I'm on 5 AM Saint at the moment, and in a minute I'll probably just be on an all punk.
Other supermarkets are available.
Yeah. No, 15 quid for 12 bottles. Winner.
Not in Tunbridge
Go
Wells.
to Tesco's.
Only the fancy stuff in Tunbridge Wells.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that is good. It is good. Is that the box? The box of 12
with 4 different types, 3 of each type. Yeah. Yeah, it's quite cool. Right, I better tell you what I'm vaping on. I'm vaping on my triple parallel skunk, mechanical skunk with a goon, original goon on top.
What is that, a dayer then? Triple parallel, is that a day?
It's a dayer, yeah. It lasts me a day. Yeah, it's great. It's I did the 5er. I'm not actually using the 5 mana anymore. It's just a bit too big. This is actually small enough to be usable. Now this is a better mod, I think, the 3 mana. So yeah, I'm using that, and I've got Voodoo Brew in it. I've got my abstract mod from Mr. Mike Dacus with a Hadley on top. And in that, I've got Epistle Mango Lassie. And I've got my new bottle in it. Yeah. Look at that big thing. Big bottle.
Dinky plus 10.
Dinky plus 10. Fits in there perfectly. I could tell you what, I could actually squeeze. I could have made it another 5 mil longer, I think. Could have been a Dinky plus 15. And it would have fitted. But still nice to, you get rid of it. It used to be like that, didn't it? You'd see the cap.
Yeah.
And the Dinky ones were 5.5 milliliters, I think. This is over 7 now. So a little bit extra. So yeah, I'm enjoying that with Mango Lassie Epistle. And got to say a big thanks to Chris Scott Mackenzie. The batteries came off of the bottom of my KO. The magnets. He sent me down a new base and some magnets. So I stuck those in there yesterday. I've resurrected that. So I'm using my KO with a Haku Cruiser on top.
Lovely mod, that.
It really is, isn't it? It's like, this is one of the prototype first ones, I think. He did 5 or 6, I think, of these, the first ones before he launched it. And I was lucky enough to be sent one. So yeah, thanks ever so much, Chris, and thanks for sending that. And in that, I am vaping on this Casadega. Casadega Can Only Be Mine. This is the strawberry cannoli, I believe. Is it strawberry?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Really nice. Just as good as the normal Can Only Be One. Can Only Be One. Is that the art?
Yeah.
It's
Can Only Be Mine's my favorite as well.
Yeah, I haven't tried that. I've still got another one to try, but I'm on that in the KO at the moment. It's really nice. And look, I've got a normal 510 drip tip, and I'm vaping at 33 watts.
Crazy. Absolutely.
Very
I
civilized.
would not have had you down for that.
Yeah, and I'm really enjoying it. It's nice, really nice.
Mind you used to rock that K-Fun a bit, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I was vaping at 14 watts, I think, for a while there. But I never really got on with the Haku that much to start with, but I'm enjoying it now. I don't know why. I think I was trying to get too much out of it originally. I was too much power, possibly. Turn it down a bit, and it's really flavoursome. Great flavour with that juice, especially.
Good
Yeah,
time.
liking that. Right, who should I go on to then? Richard, how's your day been? What did you have for lunch? Got to ask that one every time. Who's your favourite politically incorrect comedian? And what are you vaping on?
Right. What was it, breakfast or lunch?
Always lunch. I'm always hopeful that a rice dish will come out.
Oh, well, I tell you what. That's what I had. I had Sri Lankan chicken and rice for lunch.
Yay! He's back on rice.
Oh, yes. It was a right bowl full as well. It was.
My shares are going to go up.
Yeah. It was, rice. It was a really nice blend of spices and herbs in the Sri Lankan chicken, mixed in with some, looked like, to me, like long grain rice.
Oh, like a basmati.
Continental.
It was all right from the old cafe right next door to where I work. Yeah, it was all right. They mix it up a bit. Sometimes it's worth having. Sometimes it's just jacket potato city. But you never know what you're going to get. But that was all right, actually. That'll keep me going till midnight tonight.
Yeah, 'cause you're not a tea man, are you? You don't.
No, well, we always make a point of having our dinner when the kids go to bed, which is 8. So we'd eat at 7:30, but I'm already on here sorting this out. So I'll wait. I'll leave it till after, which is fine as well. It's good stuff. Drinking. The original version of Guinness.
Oh,
what's the difference between that and Guinness?
On paper, 0.1% alcoholic content, but the original recipe is slightly different. It's almost like the Guinness that is the most popular now is that that's almost that they're smooth. It's almost like their attempt at like a smooth. So this one is like the original recipe.
A little bit more robust.
I never got on with those smooth beers. I always thought they're almost like comparable to a fruit vape without any coolada.
Yeah. Very.
They don't really give you any throat hit. Smooth. Do you know what I mean? Though you don't want a big throat hit, but you want a little bit.
Yeah, there's not much to them, is there? Tetley Smooth and Caffrey's and Boddingtons and all those. Yeah, there's not much to them, is there? It's just very silky water.
You just listed like my childhood beers. That's Guinness, Boddingtons, Telly Smooth. Those are the things I used to steal out of my father's fridge when I was like 10, 11 years old.
My dad used to always have. We used to go watch the local football team, and then we used to go to the pub that they all went to after, and he always used to have Tetley mixed.
Yeah.
Do you ever see that? Which is half a pint of smooth and half a pint of their normal bitter mixed together. I don't know why. But yeah, so that's a thing. So lunch, drinking Guinness, and week has been fairly typical. MD's been up, so I've had to tend to do some work.
Oh dear.
I've got it down to a fine art. Just split screen Facebook and like a spec or something. Yeah, so that's all good. Everything else fairly typical. Kids are well.
Good.
Freddie still calls me mummy, but
he knows.
When Sarah starts cooking and cleaning, she might get a look in, But yeah, so that's a thing. I don't know. So that's that. What am I vaping on? I'm vaping on.
You haven't answered my question yet, though.
Oh yeah, what was the question? Go on.
Who's your favourite politically incorrect comedian? Because comedy's gone a bit mental, isn't it? There's some comedy you can't. People are scared of touching on.
Yeah.
Like to upset people, but it's comedy.
Yeah, there's comedy that I cannot watch with my mother, and then there's like family friendly.
But comedy doesn't have to be politically correct, does it? That's the point of comedy.
The whole point is that you're deriving that humour from walking the line, aren't you? You're treading the line.
Yeah.
I like Frankie Boyle. If you ever see Jimmy Carr live, he's nothing like the telly Jimmy Carr. He's very racy live. He's very good. Frankie Boyle. Jimmy
Any old timers that you?
Well, the old timers are only politically incorrect by age definition, aren't they? So it's only time that's made them inappropriate.
I've got one in mind that I used to love when I was a kid.
I tell you what, the timing of Les Dawson.
Oh, he was amazing, Les Dawson.
Off the scale. If they were, I don't know if there is such a thing as a degree in stand-up comedy, but there should be an entire syllabus on the timing of that guy. Just outrageously great timing.
I think I was was it? It was him, wasn't it? I was watching the TV live when he died.
Oh, Tommy Cooper.
Was it Tommy Cooper? It wasn't Leslie. Okay, it's Tommy Cooper. Yes, you're right. It's Tommy Cooper.
Yeah, Tommy Cooper.
Did he die in the middle of a set?
Yeah, he was live on TV.
Yeah, everyone laughed. Thought it was part of it.
Yeah, because it was so crazy like that, wasn't he? And he kind of when he died, he kind of went in this death snow, and the curtain came down, and his legs were sticking out from behind the curtain, and he was kind of he was just doing this kind of, and it was almost. I watched that as well at the time, and I remember thinking it was part and parcel because he was crazy, wasn't he? He did that kind of.
He would have done that. He would have done that sort of thing.
Absolutely.
You know.
My dad was in the audience when was it Eric Morecambe had a heart attack at Batley Variety Club on stage. It was either Morecambe or Wise. I can't remember which one had an heart attack on stage, but yeah, he was in the audience for that. Apparently, it was just up the road.
That sounds like a bloody awesome performance.
They really scaled back after, as you would, I guess. But yeah, so there's loads, but truly political ones are really hard. Like a few people said in chat, Stuart Lee, but he's deriving the humour from being too politically correct. He got like everything he does. He goes the other way. So.
I said politically incorrect. I mean, I was angling at somebody like I used to watch this as a kid, and he was racist. He was homophobic.
Les Dawson. No, Les Dennis.
Alf Garnett.
Well,
that was his character name, wasn't it? In Sickness and in Health with Alf Garnett.
Yeah.
But you know, it was poking fun at him. The humour was at him being so ridiculous with his racism and homophobia.
Yeah.
But it used to crack me up. It was funny. It was so funny.
It was ahead of its time, really. It's a bit like the what's the barman, the landlord guy, Al Murray.
Yeah.
It's sort of traversed with him, hasn't it? Because the audience he attracts are the people that are agreeing with his pretend character. You know, they're clapping and nodding along because they agree with what he's saying, but what he's saying is meant to be ironic. But he's an ironic character that, yeah. So that's a problem for him. But there we go. Vaping on the phobic. Can we put this to bed officially, Brad? Because I've heard your company and this mod called the wrong thing for the last 8 weeks.
8 weeks. Been going on a lot longer than that.
Well, exactly. But it's really started. This is the phobic from phobia.
No, it's the phobia
from phobic.
From phobic mods.
Yes. Right. So you heard it here first, people. let's stop getting it wrong. The phobia from phobic.
No more tripe.
Yeah, I got rid of tripe because that was a spelling nightmare for me, being incapable of spelling anything, and a pronunciation issue for everyone.
But we did uncover a good fact, though, didn't we? And that is the cell structure of tripe
matches the design.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. But I mean, if you microscope anything, it'll start to look a bit.
Yeah, but you don't have to put tripe under a microscope. You can see that pattern on it.
Oh, really? I haven't. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what did it used to be called, Brad?
It used to be called tripophobic mods.
And is that a fear of holes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. Don't Google it. It's the most horrible imagery under the sun.
You did. So you've done an Aviva. They changed the name because of Google searching, because they were Norwich Union, weren't they? And people used to put in Norwich Union, and they used to get unions, they used to get Norwich Football Club, they used to get everything, but not, their company. So that's why they went with Aviva. It's not even a word. They're the only people that show up on that Google search.
Same with Triumph of You get nothing. You get nothing. It doesn't. It's going to be big. It's going to be big, but
it's like a Google whack.
It's less.
Google whack.
Sub whack.
It's already getting big enough that it's coming from outside of Twitter and Facebook, so it's.
I bet it comes up if you search for it now on Google.
It didn't a fortnight ago, mind, Rick.
I'm going to look now.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait till it's just part of popular, just.
It's only a matter of time. It'll be in the Oxford Dictionary.
Two guys on a bus, and one goes, "Hey, look, Travava."
It's not even Travava. Close though.
So Goon, 22mm Goon, still legit AF. Phobia from Phobic, and that's the thing. I've got the Scott Bonner TFXS, but now with a lovely big bottle, the Dinky 10 Plus from modmaker.co.uk.
Plus 10.
Oh, it just makes it makes a great mod even better. It fits in the TFXS, it fits in the Dacus, it fits in all the good stuff.
The KO.
Yeah, the KO from Chris Scott.
Oh, you got it in the Lucas as well, didn't you, James?
Yeah, fits an absolute treat in the Lucas. If there was to be some sort of Armageddon, and the only bottles in the world were Dinky plus 10s, I would not be sad about that. Just saying, I'm just saying that now.
Send you another one tomorrow.
It's almost everything. I checked earlier, Rick, and it fits in my SVA Slim, like almost right up to the, like just a perfect fit in the SVA Slim. I don't want to jump the gun because I've got it in me abstract as well. Look at that one, yeah. The cracking balls, absolutely cracking balls. I love them.
Thank you very much.
Nice squeezy.
Monkey Jizz in the Bonner. And last but by no means least, it does not fit in this. I can confirm the mod maker Dinky 10 Plus does not fit in the Sprucer from Asmodeus.
Oh, look at that. Show me that bottle. Dinky Cuboid will fit in there, maybe.
Ooh, don't say things like that because...
Did I say I didn't send you one, did I?
No, but I mean, it's an entire pump actiony thing.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right.
the idea of converting this to a proper Squonko would be a dream. But no, it's...
Send it to me, I'll whack it with the drill.
Yeah.
Cut a hole in it, and cut that pin off, and you're away.
Still a good thing. And with the Nudge 22 on top, I do like this Nudge 22. If you need a budget, colourful...
Good, because that's on my hot or not. We're going to finally move that out.
I think it's good,
Magic.
So that's the thing. In there I have this brilliant juice, can only be one, from Just Dad Nick.
It is good, isn't it? It is good. I'm not even a custard fan. I don't like custard, as you know, particularly. But I can vape that vanilla-y stuff.
I was looking at this bottle that I've not had that long. 250 ml of it I had. I think I was just looking at it to get out. I think 100 ml's gone.
Yeah, it's good. It is good.
Great juice. Can only be one from Just Dad Nick. Completely compliant juice from justdadnick.co.uk. In spite of campaigns from various distros nationwide. It's perfectly legitimate and fairly priced juice.
Very fairly priced.
Let's slide into the news. I think we should do James first.
What about my week and all that sort of
yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we missed James.
This is because it came back to me. It's because it came back to me.
Yeah.
Right, James.
Yeah.
How's your week been?
Yeah.
He's sad now. Oh.
It's not my fault, really, if you think about it. Really hard. How's your week been?
Yes.
What did you have for lunch?
Yes.
If you had a sandwich, what did you have for breakfast as well?
Yes.
What are you vaping on? What are you drinking? And if you were forced at gunpoint by a Chinese vaping manufacturer, what would you design for them?
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Rich.
No
Thanks
worries.
very much.
No worries.
For getting me there at the end. My week has been. It's been all right. It's been all right. I've had a poorly boy. He's had. Keep wanting to say tuberculosis, but that would be terrible. He's had that thing with the tonsillitis. He's had the tonsillitis.
It's not a tributar bar, has he?
He's had tributar bar of the neck area, and he had a crazy high temperature. It was like off the. I mean, literally not literally off the chop, but off the chop. I bought these temper dot thermometers that they use in accident emergency. I bought a box of them off Amazon. And the ones where you put them under the armpit or whatever, and under the tongue, and they've got the little dots, and they're dead easy to read. But they go up to 40.5 whatever, and at one point all of the dots were filled. It was like was quite perturbing. Is he on the mend? He's back to school and everything today. Yesterday, he's cool. But crazy high temperature at the weekend. A little worrying. We did fill his pajamas with marshmallows. So we had s'mores, which was like kind of every cloud. So that wasn't great. It wasn't great. But So my week's been. So what have I done that's been good? I've learned how to play a CeeLo. Do you know what CeeLo is? You know what the you see like kind of a gangstery type movie or whatever, and you've got gangstery type people playing dice on the porch. Have you seen this sort of game before? Where they're betting on dice. It's called CeeLo or 456. It's based on a Chinese game. It's a dice game. It's a gambling dice game.
I thought you were talking about a musical instrument, Mac.
No, I didn't learn how to play it. No. It's a dice game. It's a gamble. I've always fancied learning how to play this. Because you see it in films, you see it in films, you see it in movies, you see it in films.
What films?
Boys in the Hood, that sort of thing. Anything with kind of African American type people on porches.
I see when they're chucking the dice and throwing dollars around and
that's exactly it. It's called CeeLo. It's called CeeLo Green.
We just call that dice.
I was going to say about CeeLo Green.
Yeah. I think he's basically named after the game CeeLo. 456. That's like the highest hand you can score is because you play with 3 dice and 456 is like the highest you can score. It's like an automatic win if you roll 456.
Oh,
cool.
So play that. What else was it? The highlight of my week. This shows the kind of week I've had. The highlight of my week was I went into my cutlery drawer a couple of days ago to get a speed peeler out. I was kind of looking for the speed peeler, for taking the skin off your amphetamines, a potato peeler sort of thing, and I kind of rat-a-tatted the drawer with my fingers. And I accidentally played the intro from of Two Princes. Boom, 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 boom. The intro of Two Princes. Are you familiar with this song?
No, you've lost me.
Oh,
go get the draw.
I'll put the. That was basically. It's like this little drum intro, and I kind of accidentally played the introduction. Anyway, that was the highlight. That's how my week's been. Or I literally highlight my week was.
That's a good week though, isn't it?
I've never been a replicated. I've not been a replicated since.
The one-off.
The one-off. It was an absolute freak. Absolute fluke. But yeah, if you listen to Two Princes by the Spin Doctors, that's what it sounds like in my kitchen on one occasion. Anyway, so what have I received? I've received the a couple of E+10s from Rick, which are splendid. And like I said earlier, if they were the only bottle in the world, I would not be sad about that. And they fit beautiful in my skunk by Dacus by Abstract Mods.
Did you show? When did you get this then? Because
this was last week, Rick. Yeah, absolutely. I didn't put any. I kept it a secret because I didn't put any pictures on our chat, and it is just so lovely, so lovely. And on there, I have currently got. So I want to talk about a little bit later. I've got the Tobino. Yeah, but it's not the Tobino. It's just the Tobino. I watched your review, and I was like, he's talking about some sort of Spanish footballer there. He's not talking about
exactly
football.
What in my head I have, like a Brazilian footballer that costs 20 million.
Yeah.
He's a right wing back.
So I'm gonna have a little bit of a chat about kind of 24 hours with the Tobino a little bit later on. But I'm enjoying it surprisingly. I don't spoiler alert. It's pretty good. So that's on the Abstract Mode, and in there I've got some black currant lemonade from Spectrum Vaping. I have got. I'll leave the Lucas last. I've got, like I did last week. I've got the Shadow with the Viper X, and in there, and a whistle on top, and in there I've just finished off the last of my Obi-Wan Kenobi be mine, and I've moved on to a Hazelnut Legend I've got, which is kind of a couple of juices mixed together, and that is also delicious. And then I've always got the Lugos with the Viper and a whistle on the top, and in there I have
which Viper is that?
That is the Viper V2.
That's what we wanted to hear.
The Viper V2, and again, I've still got my little a little bog rat on there, giving it a little bit of extra style and extra. You know what it is about Chris Oates and bog rat? It is, and other manufacturers. It's crazy that for not a great deal of money, you can message somebody and they will bespoke make you a piece of kit to your exact specifications. You know, that bog rat there is a 14 to 15 milli bog rat, and he doesn't sell them. He had to make it specifically for us, and he did it within a couple of days. And I find it absolutely crazy that somebody will bespoke something for such a low price. You know what I mean? I know the Vince does it.
Vince does it. I've had a few bits off of Vince.
And you message him, and for a £5 delivered, he's doing you. I mean, obviously, he doesn't do that. I don't think he does the stainless steel for a £5. I don't know whether he even does stainless steel. You've got to say Chris Oates for the stainless steel. I think, well, you know, you want a Delrin to your specifications, a black Delrin or a white, whatever he uses, whatever white material he uses. And a £5 delivered, it's crackers. You can see whatever size you want and whatever height you want. You give them all the dimensions.
It's great. There's a few people. There's more than that do it now, isn't there? I mean, you got Vince and the guy you just spoke about, Ryan Dorr.
Ryan Dorr started doing it, and Ryan is doing it.
Golden Vape, Sean at Golden Vapes, he'll do whatever you ask him.
Oh, absolutely. I've shown you. He's been there for quite a while. I like to watch his live feeds. He turns the drip tips live, and it's quite good.
Yeah.
But Ryan is talk about vast quantities of materials. He's doing perspex in every colour under the sun. He's got the Damascus stuff. He's got the MAT stuff.
Well, he sent me a Damascus tip, didn't he? He sent me a goon tip out of Damascus. It was beautiful. Really nice.
His etching seems really deep on his Damascus as well. I looked at he's
There's plenty of definition in the lines there. Yeah.
Yeah, great. Absolutely great. So, well done, Ryan, mate. And what is in there is Spectrum Vape Custard Cream. And that is delightful. I am drinking Rick and Morty batters. That's the end of that one there. For lunch, I had a sandwich. I had a bag salad, ham sandwich. Not a regular salad. I didn't cut the salad myself. And no, it was just It was just a mixed leaf. Yeah,
oh, okay.
Do you like a nice mixed leaf? I like a nice mixed leaf.
Yeah.
I think it was a baby leaf, which some people might think is cruel, but I like a baby leaf.
What's that little spinach, lamb's lettuce and stuff?
That kind of thing, absolutely. All just a nice little ham sandwich.
What you should do to step that sandwich up is have a veal and baby leaf sandwich. So you're having baby cow with baby leaves. We need to find you a baby loaf of bread.
Yeah, I'll just.
And you could add a baby bell to it. Bit of cheese.
Oh, there we go.
All the babies, the baby sandwich. I'm sure that's probably perfectly legal. So that was me. That was me lunch. Breakfast. I don't have breakfast. You know, I don't have breakfast. I had a cup of tea and a beer. That's me breakfast. And what was the crazy question? I kind of scribbled something down. If I could get a Chinese manufacturer to make us anything, is that what it was? Was that the general?
No, if they propositioned you and you were forced at gunpoint to design something for them.
Oh, if I was forced at gunpoint, what would I make? Oh, it would be Squonky. It would definitely be Squonky.
RDA or mod?
Well, I know. I showed off that little, the little 14 milli RDA, but it seems as though 14 milli RDAs have gone well out of fashion. And although Hellfire, I think, have probably nailed it with a Viper V2. I'd maybe try something a little bit different. Maybe try it with dual airflow with a central coil in a 14 milli RDA. That's like. I don't know. I've got zero ideas. I did think of something the other night when I was quite tipsy. And I wrote it in in our chat, and I went, no, I'll not send that. I'll wait until the sober light of day in the morning. I wait until the sober light of day, and I deleted it because it was ridiculous. I don't remember what it was. I remember going, "Fuck you doing there? Let's just delete you." Then I didn't send it. So maybe a skunk. What about integrated skunk? Integrated 14 milli skunk in a skunky box. All in one. Looks a bit like a billet box, not a billet box.
Yeah, I can't believe that hasn't been done. Like, because they did the RDTA boxes, didn't they?
They did. maybe something with an option to screw in a coil or RBA deck. So it looks a little bit like a billet box, but with a squonky hole, just with the drip tip on the top. Because 510s use quite. I mean, a lot of mods. You've got a lot of room at the top with a for the actual 510. You could probably have a small chamber in there with we could possibly slot in a rebuildable coil.
Literally looking at that, the internals of that mod, you could do it.
Yeah, there's loads. I mean, in almost every mod I own, there is more room. If the 510 wasn't so long, or whatever, or if there was no need for a 510, absolutely, there's enough room there to put essentially a Viper V2 or whatever style deck. Something you could maybe screw in and screw out with the drip tip. I don't know, something like that. Something billet box styled with a squonk hole, integral deck with the option of having for the newbies, for people who just can't be bothered, screwing in your regular standard kind of
stock coils,
stock coil
squonker.
Absolutely, but as an option, all in there, integrated, cool looking.
You've nailed it. You could be the next Tony B.
Excellent. Jimmy B. I want to be Jimmy B. That's what I want to be.
Randy Vape.
Rant from Randy Vape. Yeah, I want to be Randy Vape's Jimmy B from Randy Vapes.
Yeah. Could happen.
Not Randy.
If you stop broadcasting your ideas before you've trademarked them, then
somebody will get back to us. I'm trusting in the world that somebody will get back to us and send us some sort of royalty check for so many yen or whatever. Yeah, that's was that all my questions? I think that was all my questions. I think I knocked that out of the park. That was my last thing. That just
53-minute hand check.
Yeah, and I thought the show was going to be over after 27 minutes. I did get one other thing through the post this week. I got some concentrates from Bryn, which I haven't had a chance to look up yet. But they sound awesome. So Bryn, thank you very, very much. I'll have them up probably by the weekend. Cheers, mate. Thank you. That's me. You know, I am a little bit good. I'm last, and then also that I got forgotten about because I had a brilliant question. And I thought of this afternoon, and whoever was going to come after me, I was going to ask them.
Oh, sorry, mate. I should have asked you.
No. If vaping was a colour and shape, what colour and shape would vaping be? How do you like that for a question?
Grey and cloud shaped.
Easy, black and cylindrical.
Beautiful. Brad. Oh, Brad's gone. Has Brad gone for a wee? Oh, he's gone for a wee. Never mind. So that would have been my question. Anyway,
shall I do my news then?
Yeah, it's news time, isn't it? Over to you.
Dum.
Oh, hang on.
The news. Okay, so very quick mention. The Vaguely Vaping related podcast. I was on there this week. Episode 20, I believe. Episode 20 featured me. So if anyone is a podcasty type person and they're not already subscribed to the Vaguely Vaping related podcast, me, Jimmy, who's an Omi as well, and Chandler, went at it for well over an hour on a little podcast there. So check that out if you're that kind of person. Right, Rick, you got your picks at the ready? You all picked up. There we go. Vulcan Bros, Stuart from V2K and Vulcan Bros released on his group. If you're not part of that, get involved. They released the fact that they are going to be doing, in some shape or form, a black version of the Alpha. Yeah, which I think looks quite nice. This was
black option of this one.
Yeah, option. Yeah, I've got the brass one. You can't see my screen. What am I doing?
One here. Yeah.
They they're considering a black one. They're working on a black one, and there's currently some options. I think it's black and brass or just black, but this was option A. I think they're letting people sort of decide in a democratic style. But I thought it looked good in black, so maybe coming soon from Vulcan Bros, an all black Vulcan. I think it looks quite nice.
Very nice. I like the look of that.
Be interesting to see if doing any tweaks to the thing as well, the actual. I'm really pleased with you. I think he's got a good company on his hands there. It'd be interesting to see how they develop this time next year. I think they'll be quite a solid outfit. So that's the thing. That's a quick one. This one is confirmed. In fact, it officially launches at midnight tonight. This is the Endless guys who make a lot of mechs. They have a brand new full setup, the Emmy, and this is the Emmy. We've got a few pics of this. This is the silver-plated version, I believe. This is, as you can see, courtesy of TYV, these pictures. But launches at midnight tonight. It's available at midnight tonight. The Emmy mod from...
Looks nice. Looks very
Endless.
nice. Mr. Harrison. Well done, Mr. Harrison.
Yes, yeah. Big Tom as well involved. £80 for the full kit.
What, mech and Atty as well?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's bloody good.
Yeah.
Everything silver plated on that Atty there. Was everything silver plated?
On this version, yeah, it's silver plated.
Is that 20? Will that take a 2700?
I'm not sure.
It looks quite big there.
You know, I'm not sure. I think it's 18650, but I'm not sure. Someone in chat, get on TYV website.
I wouldn't be bothered if it was only 18650 personally.
No, neither would I. I like it. I like the look of it. The deck it's a bit like the Alpha, actually. The deck.
That is like the Alpha, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit the skill. I think the skill did it first. The Twisted Messes skill, but I like the two-post design. And yeah, the big nut just catches your fancy wire and happy days. I think that's pretty cool. £80 full kit.
Bargain.
Stainless, and I think it's black and this silver plated version, which it looks very, very good. I liked the last one actually, the Empress, was 2700, so maybe this is 18650.
Yeah,
that's officially out tomorrow. Might try and grab one, but yeah. So that's that. That's a thing. Let me check my notes. Oh, okay. So this is the last one that I've got a picture for. Rick, you can just flash this up. It's very purely for illustrative purposes. It's not the actual article, but the Telegraph led with the headline this week. It was very widely covered in vaping groups. Vaping at the wheel. You can be prosecuted for that. Police warn.
You can be prosecuted for anything that obscures your view while you're driving. It's nothing to do with vaping, really.
Absolutely. So the story that went out, the way it was translated and interpreted and misreported throughout, was that if you blow, big clouds in front of your face while driving, you can get done for dangerous driving. The list of things you can get done for dangerous driving is endless. You can get done for using your sat nav. You can get done for changing the radio station. If you're driving dangerously, full stop, you can get done. It's a bit of a non-story but the news companies know if they put vaping in it, it gets views now, it gets hits and it gets shares and it gets covered and it gets traction. And effectively, it's a complete non-story in my opinion. If you obscure your own vision while driving and that leads to you driving dangerously, you're going to get in trouble. If you do anything that impairs your turning around to tell your child off in the back seat, if that causes you to swerve, you get in trouble for telling your child off in the car.
I mean, I vape in the car, but I've got the window open a crack and I blow it out the side of my mouth and it goes out the window.
Yeah, I just sort of, when I read that story, I was wondering the same thing: is, are they going to do me for vaping while driving with my window opening and all the vapor going out the window just because I'm vaping, or is it just if I'm a dumb?
If you're driving erratically or dangerously or doing anything wrong, and they notice that the car is full of vapor, you might be in trouble. But there's no law. They've not invented a new law here. There's no vaping related car driving law. Oh,
okay. That's not that vaping is now illegal when driving.
No, they're just saying under existing rules, in the same rules that mean you can get in trouble for using your sat nav, if you drive dangerously.
I mean, if you can get in trouble for changing a channel on your stereo.
Yeah,
on the radio.
It's the same rule. It's the same rule that
if it fucks up your driving.
I mean, they've said it for a reason. Someone in the Metropolitan Police has come out with this statement for a reason. It's obviously a thing. I mean, you do see more and more clouds getting chucked out of windows now, but
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. If anyone's doing that, though, it's just a Darwin Award, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's unreasonable. I think if you're hotboxing your car up to the point where it's obscuring your vision and you get pulled because you are driving erratically or dangerously, I think it's your own stupid fault. If you want to blow clouds, blow them out the window. I mean, by all means, have a little bit. But I think is it not part of the thing where even though Tim Dean might take both hands off the steering wheel, or you get done for anything what takes up a hand, essentially, can't you? I think that's the general gist. If you're not, so it's not like you say, it's not that they've changed the rule like they did with smoking, where you can't smoke in the car if you've got minors in there or whatever.
Yeah.
That's minors, not minors. They've not changed.
What you need is a hands-free vape thing, don't you?
Like some sort of.
They invented the dripper thing, didn't they? That goes on the windshield.
Yeah, but you're still using your hands. If you just had a pipe like the old e-lights and stuff.
Anakin did this. Anakin did a mod plugged into your cigarette lighter that was attempting to be as hands-free as you could be.
So you didn't have to press a button to vape it.
Yeah.
Oh.
This was like 4 years ago. But yeah, it didn't take off. It was crap. But yeah, I mean, on a serious note, though, I guess it's worth saying we're preaching to the choir probably here on this, but it's probably worth saying it's not a good idea to drip and drive.
No, it's not, is it?
It's
obviously
not a good idea to fill up your RTA in a traffic jam.
Just squonk. You can see if you squonk, you can drip and drive without dripping.
It's not a good idea to change the coil at traffic lights.
Three hands, really, doesn't it? You know, you've got to have a hand for mod or a leg for mod. Then you've got to take the top off your bottle. Dripping, 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 You know what I'm saying? Dripping. Who's dripping?
I like dripping. I'll drip.
I like dripping.
Yeah, I drip, and I've actually tried dripping when I've been driving, and it's not cool.
No, that's not cool. It's not cool, Rick. It's not cool at all, Rick.
It didn't work. I crashed and I didn't get any juice on the coils.
Yeah, I was trying to re-wick.
Now you're dead.
I was trying to re-wick on the M62. It was a nightmare.
Surely on the M62 you're stationary, so you're fine.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. I re-wicked it, rebuilt it, changed the battery. I charged it to full in the time.
I didn't actually drip while I was driving. I was at the traffic lights, but it was a bit too quick.
I think although much derided, sub-tanks have a place, and that is in the car.
Or skonkers. No, just skonkers.
Skonking's fine as well. Fine as well. But if there is ever a reason to use a sub-tank, it would be when you only have use of one hand.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Again, I genuinely believe that the analysts at all these news media companies have figured out that vaping gets hits, and they couldn't wait to put that article up, and it went round the houses like mad. I genuinely think that vaping articles get a lot of hits on these newspaper sites. I genuinely believe that. So again, a bit of a non-story that got turned into a big thing on Facebook this week. James.
Yes.
What's in the news?
I have many newses. But before many newses, I'd like to do my little vape review. Because
we haven't got a jingle for this. James's vape reviews.
I've actually got a splash. I've got a splash screen. Rick, have you got a splash screen there for us?
I haven't got a clue. You've not labelled any of your images up. I've got a load of images.
Yeah, it's a blue one.
Oh yeah, I have. Ready?
This is a great jingle.
Let's do the jingle. Ready? Go.
James's vape
reviews. Brilliant. Amazing.
You see what I've done there? I've tried to be down with the kids and stuff, and like I've basically snided Rich's Facebook page there.
Mine has been the same for nearly 4 years, so it's a bit like talking about Les Dawson. That graphic that I made was really cool a long time ago. It's even got things on like IMR.
I have, you know, in preparation. I did a bit of research in preparation for this, so I researched, you know, one of the finest vape reviewers there is. I researched yourself, Rich, and I found you reviewed all sorts of things down to Red Estate. You'd actually reviewed Red Estate back in the day.
Don't go that far back.
I went all the way back. Back when you had more hair and things weren't blue. Still, you could see though. It was still, you were primed.
Stardom in there, wasn't there?
Absolutely, you were primed to come out as the super reviewer that you are now. So I took a little bit of inspiration from your backdrop there.
It's been a journey.
It's been good. I enjoyed reliving that journey. So the Tubino, the Tubino, which is what I got sent from Rich this week, and he said, James, I command you to do a vape review in less than 24 hours of that Annie. And you know what? Excuse me. For what it is, I was blown away, to be honest with you, Rich. Absolutely blown away, because I haven't got a lot of experience with vape kits. And the ones that I have had, the likes of the Pico Squeeze and that came with the Pico Squeeze, whose name is so forgettable. And nobody used, nobody liked. So I want to, excuse me, I want to compare it basically to that, which there is no comparison. So I'm not going to compare it to that at all. It's a great little laddie. It's a great little laddie. I've put a few builds in over the last 24.
How did you get on with the deck?
The deck I thought was unusual. It's sort of postless, but not really postless. You pop both your I put for the show. I put a little bit of a crazy build in. It's kind of postless. It's not really postless at all, but it's that sort of affair where you've got to trim it to a certain length. It took a couple of goes. I actually when I put that alien build in today, I put it in. It was a little bit long, so it wasn't lining up central. And I thought that I'm gonna have to take like a couple of millis off here, and I know for a fact that as I pull it out and snip them off, they're gonna go flying. So I went into the front garden and snipped them off in the front garden. I'm just trimming a coil in the garden because I knew they're gonna just fly off everywhere.
Yeah.
It's definitely unusual. Pardon?
You've got to bend it over, haven't you? You've got to like bend the coil down a bit.
Yeah, and it's kind of the R slots. I mean, they're a little bit wider than I'd like. I can't see the point of them being that wide. I don't know anybody who's putting flat wire or whatever in that that broad. They're a few millis wide, maybe 4 or 5 millimeters wide, and that's a little bit too wide. Anybody who wants a proper review, obviously go to Vic's face YouTube page. But I think it's a stylish attic. I think it's a really stylish attic. I like the fact that you get the goon style. Did you include the tips though, Rich? These tips don't come included, do they?
Yeah, they do. They do.
This is all part and parcel.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So there's a normal tip and a goon tip.
So there is. So I've got the goon on there for the crazy for the crazy alien build I've got in there. And does the beauty ring come included as well?
Yeah, the beauty ring. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, the beauty ring does come with it. The goon, because there's an adapter on that goon.
There is.
So the adapter comes, but not the tip. The tip was just a random.
It's a beautiful match. It's a beautiful match. The deck itself is remarkably small. You know, for considering it, like I said, I think can you buy this standalone, Rich?
Yeah, 20 quid.
20 quid, unbelievable. 20 quid. There's a couple of things I mean, it's stylish. People will look at it and maybe think it looks a little bit like a cross between.
Armor.
Pardon?
Armor.
It's a little bit armory, and then the airflow is a little bit like the Concorde. Sorry, the Supersonic. Because it's got the three air holes in there. But it's short. It's so short. It's so short.
That's why I thought you might like it actually, because it's quite low profile.
It is. It's low profile, and the deck itself is pretty small, and I really like that about it. It's quiet. The chamber is for the style that it is absolutely tiny. Really, you put some cotton in there, and you put. I mean, I started off with my usual build, which is a 2.5 internal diameter Cantal build, and that wasn't really much good. That wasn't really much copper. I got a little bit of flavour, but nothing major. And then I tried something a bit bigger after a beefier Clapton in there. Again with 2.5 million, and the flavour wasn't brilliant, so I changed it to a 3 million internal diameter, and that made all the difference.
Yeah.
And I think that really is key, is that you want a bigger coil for these type of vatties that have got dual airflow coming in from both sides. You want to try and hit that. For me anyway, I wanted a little bit more flavour, and I wanted a little bit more throat hit, a little bit more all around. So I upped the internal diameter to 3 million, and that made a big difference.
It's exactly like Rick was saying with the Haku. He's dialed in his Haku to what was required, hasn't he?
Yeah, and the truth is, I think you probably can take most atomizers, as long as you spend a little bit of time, you can probably get a decent build on them. But I wasn't disappointed with any of them, to be honest with you. Even the 2.5 was a little bit lacking in comparison. You got to remember, I'm rocking 14 milliatis the majority of the time, 16 milliatis, 14 milliatis. But the internal diameter wasn't that important with regards to, it wasn't unusable. So I think it's a cool looking at. I think considering it comes with a kit, it's unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. For 20, if you're going to buy it for 20 quid, I think that's really, really cool. I think it's stylish. The tolerances are pretty good. I really like it. I really like
negatives.
it.
Any negatives?
I would like it to have the option of a set of single airflow, single-sided airflow.
Yeah.
That would be nice. You know, if you had, you've got it obviously here, you've got it here. I'd like a third set. I mean, it might disrupt the actual aesthetics a tiny bit, or maybe it's not even the 3 airflows, the 3 air holes. Maybe have an option halfway around with 2 slightly smaller ones to kind of, because
they could do a flavour cap, couldn't they?
Or an alternate cap. Absolutely, I'd love to see an alternate cap. I think it's a cushy looking. I'd eat for 20 quid. I think it's. I'm chuffed a bit to it.
I'm glad I've sent you something that's finally not going straight in the bin.
Yeah, no, it's cushy. It is. So I've had a 1-on-1 build in there, and that one in there at the minute is about 0.4. What I could really do with is something to split the difference. I think I could do something around about 0.7 or 0.8, and I think that would really. Like I say, I'm not disappointed in either of those two. Sort of all ranges. Definitely the larger coil. Definitely around about 3 million internal diameter. Something around about 0.7, 0.8, I think would probably be magnificent. And that is Vaping James with the at sign instead of an E, because that's
chimpanzee that James reviews.
So I was pleased as punch for that. That was Vaping James. Look at them things. They're cool. So that was that. So my news. Let's have a little look at my news. What have you got? I've got pictures there, Rick. What have you got?
I got Facebook 1519269.
Go on then. Pop that one up with me. Pop that one up. I'll go with wherever you've got, and I'll talk around it. Talk. So this is today's drama that I can't really talk about, otherwise I get booted from the group. So this was released. The information was released on this today on a quite well-known but unnamed high-end list type Facebook.
Yes.
Yeah, it was quite the thing today. This is MebMod's Emati. This is their latest. This is the FTW version of the Emati. It's the same old Emati essentially, but it is basically everything. This is all of the bits and bobs that you ever got with Emati. These are all really different. I mean, the Emati itself is really difficult to get a hold of. The BF pin is all of the different top caps, the honeypot, everything, the single coil reducer, the spares pack, everything is impossible to get your hands on, really tricky to get your hands on. And they have released, this month, in January to release this on their site, I believe, but I think they're sold out. However, a well-known high-end list type group released information today to say that they have got access to a few of these, and they're going to do kind of a randomizer. Now, this is all legit. This is not flippant. This is not that sort of thing. Now, back on there, Rick. That's something else. There should be a price list. Actually, is there a price list for all of the bits? So this is $700. This is it. This is $700. This is listed.
What?
This is all of the gear they're getting. So you're getting in there. You're getting the deck, the non-BF post, the dual BF post, the single BF post, the replacement clamps, standard top cap, single coil top cap, EFC dual slot in graphite grey and brushed titanium, an adapter in stainless, an adapter in black, etc., etc. I'll let you read through there. You get all of the bits and bobs. You get basically everything that Meb Mods have ever released for it. It's $700. If you're not a member of the group, which I can't mention the name of because I'll get kicked out, if you're not a member of the group, then you are out of luck. And you have got several available in a randomizer that's coming this week. If you're not, like I say, if you're not in that group, though,
you're also shit out of luck if you're poor.
No, don't get us wrong. $700.
This is one ATI, isn't it?
This is one ATI, but it's with a lot of
access. Yeah, but what the fuck do you want all those other things for when you got one deck?
Because vapers love accessorizing.
You know what? I'm sorry, I'm not being funny.
I don't love it that much.
You got deck, bright gold. Do you know what that tells me? Everything that's got gold written there tells me it's soft brass that's gold plated.
Yeah. I mean, this is all American made. I don't think it is, Rick. I don't think it is. I honestly don't know. I don't know an MRT.
It's not going to be stainless and gold plated.
I think it is. I think it is. I think it is. I think the gold plating is purely for connect.
It'll flake off a stainless.
People do like extras. They look at how popular the B2K was.
Yeah, but look at the price of the B2K.
I mean, you're talking about two entirely different kettles of fish there.
They're trying to go B2K with fucking, I don't even know what the hell cost that much.
B2K times 20.
It is $700, but if you were to buy one of these tomorrow and you wanted to sell it on the not want to say the black market, but you wanted to flip it, you'll double your money tomorrow. Absolutely double your money tomorrow easily.
What's it called again? Sorry,
$700.
No, what's it called? The thing.
Oh, it's the FTW pack or whatever. The MRT FTW.
FTW, fuck the world.
We can't scrutinise the price because it's capitalism. They're queuing down the block for these. They should have charged.
People are willing to pay for it. Sure, I couldn't fathom paying for that myself.
It's high-end ATI prices, but I know it seems a lot because there's a lot.
Because it is a lot.
I'm going to have to return my elitist T-shirt.
That's got to be the highest RRP, hasn't it?
It is just RRP. It's all American made. I'm not here to.
No.
I'm just bringing you the news.
It's interesting to see that people think that some people are happy to pay this for an atomizer that's probably no better than something that costs $50.
And so much more. You've got to remember that MRTs are in highly short supply, and that people they're probably paying $700 just for an MRT deck and a BF pin, because that's just what people do. And just, fair
enough.
I do not authorize or condone it, but then again, I'm not one to. If people want to spend people earn the money. If you want to spend your money on that sort of stuff, then that's what people spend their money on.
Good luck to them. Yeah, not for me though. Not for me.
Not for me either. But it's a lot of gear. It's a lot of gear. So that's the MRT FTW. That was all over Facebook today. Or certainly people were talking about all over Facebook today. What we got next, Rick? Okay, this is the Galaxies by Vapefly. And there's quite a few pics of this. This is the latest mouth to lung BF style ATI to come out. It's I thought I was bang on the money bringing this to the Idle Lung Show, but then I did a bit of a Google and I noticed Passato had done an in-depth review just a couple of days ago, and it's not a bad review either. He does, it's 56 minutes or whatever. But if you don't want to, I'll try and sum it up for you in just a couple. So this is from Vapefly. This is a mouth to lung BF and dripping RDA, I suppose. If you want
Is it mouth to lung?
Well, here's the thing. It depends on if you class. No, it definitely is. It definitely. When you look at the airflow, it's quite an innovative airflow system that we've got here. Can you knock a back one there, Rick? Just try and maybe zoom in a wee bit for us.
This one.
Yes, please. Absolutely. So what you've got is you've got two sets. It's a dual airflow system. It says that precise 6 levels airflow control. What you've got is it's a 3-stage.
Oh yeah, I see.
With 3 different sized holes, but you can probably see above the airflow. I'm going to point to my screen now. It's absolutely pointless. Above the airflow hole, you've got a screw as well.
Yeah, there.
And that screw is actually adjusting the airflow up and down as well.
You can close it off, can't you?
I'm guessing with this you can close it. I mean, you can close it down to single-sided, so single airflow on one side. You can have a dual, which you can then reduce down. So you've got like a three air hole configuration on both sides. But like I say, you've got the screw also on both sides, so be able to close it down or close off one side altogether. The first hole is 0.8 milli. So, I mean, 0.8 milli is proper mouth to lung. It's proper mouth to lung. Even 2 of them, one open on either side, is proper mouth to lung. 1.6 of air for me is a proper mouth to lung. And then you've got the next notch, which is a 1.2 milli. So add that to the 0.8, and you've got basically 2 millimeters on either side. And the third one is a 1.5. Add that on there, you're on a 3.5 milli on either side. However, the way they've got that little, you can see this little kind of F shape on its side, rather than putting it as a kind of a slant, as a triangle or whatever, they've kept the teeth in there, so you're going to be able to fine tune that, as well as with the that top airflow control screw or grub or whatever. Yeah, thanks, Rick. So I think it is going to be. You're going to be able to close it down to almost nothing.
What did Basado make of it?
He liked it. He had a little bit of trouble. To start with. He was trying to screw it on because I don't know whether you've seen Basado lately. He's not in Rochester at the minute. He's in Florida for some reason.
Yeah.
And I've missed a few of his videos, so I'm not entirely sure why he's in Rochester. Why he's not in Rochester. But he was trying. So he hasn't got all his gear there basically. So he was trying to put it onto the no name, the no fucks given mode, and it wouldn't screw onto there. And I don't know why. I don't know whether whether the 510 on this is a little bit short, or whether the 510 on the no name Addy is a mod is a little bit long, but he couldn't get that on there. So it might have a short 510 on there. He liked it. He had a little bit of trouble. He tried a few different coil scenarios to get it kind of dialed in, if you like. He had a bit of trouble with the airflow when he first started out, because he left that. He didn't realize that screw was even a thing. He hadn't looked at the instructions. You know what dudes are like. But here's the thing. Him and Dimitri have brought a mouth to lung at me, and what they think is mouth to lung and we think is mouth to lung is not necessarily the same thing. However, I do think this is going to be a true mouth to lung. 0.8 milli, even dual 0.8 millimeter, is going to be a tight draw.
It looks about as adjustable as anything could ever be. I mean, even if you wanted less than 0.8, you could close one of these off. You could screw that down a little bit.
You totally could.
And so you can really adjust. You can really adjust this down if you wanted.
Really.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say Phil likes a loose mouth to lung.
I think that's probably more his cup of tea. Are you going to be able to have this? I mean, you're looking between less than 0.8 of a millimeter up to 6 milli worth of airflow. I mean, that's a good loose mouth. You couldn't probably.
It's 18 quid, isn't it?
I couldn't find a UK price when I had a quick Google. It's $25 in America, so 18 quid is about right.
Yeah, you can't argue with the price.
Got a few colour options. It's going to come in black, going to come in stainless, going to come in gold, going to come in rainbow for the people who like rainbow.
There's some glass and there's some Ultim.
Yeah, we've got a few different top caps available. They're available separately. They're not part and parcel. It is look at that. It is including the drip tip, which is quite a large drip tip there. It's 32.4 millimeters high. It's not massive. It's not massive by any means.
It's not a looker though, is it?
It's not. It's not. However, I do quite like the look of them separate top caps at the bottom.
If you get a decent drip tip on there, it'd be better, I think, if you had a
absolutely.
The clear drip tip with the clear cap with a stubby drip tip.
Yeah.
Nice little stainless steel stubby. Going to look lovely.
Don't mind that blue one if you had a matching mod.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally. Not bad. And if the UK price is 18 quid, like you say, Rich, I'll push to go wrong for it. It's worth a punt for 18 quid, isn't it? We are lacking in mouth to lung RDAs.
Yeah, I mean the mainstream doesn't vape and has never vaped. Well, it doesn't vape like that, do they? They're not available for new vapors coming along mouth to lung. They just
and yet it's you want to come off the tabs. It is. You want a similar draw. You don't. For me, anyway, I wanted a similar draw, and I still enjoy a similar draw. The majority of the time,
there's definitely a market there. There's lots of people who do. Yeah.
I think it's cushy little looking at. I think it looks good. The chamber looks small. I think it's going to be good. I think I will almost definitely buy one of them. Give it a go and let you know what it's like.
What's it called?
It's called the Galaxies, not Galaxy. The Galaxies, multiple Galaxies. By Vapefly. I've not heard of Vapefly, to be honest with you, but this is their.
There's a proper photo. Sorry, I didn't see that. There we go.
Again,
very well, like you say, it's good that someone's giving it a go.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
like it. Excellent. Next one, please, Rick. Wherever you've got. Oh, this is just from tonight. This is Alessandro. Posted this on Infinity Mods. This is an update on the IM356S. These are his face plates, which has got a kind of logo on there, a little bit different. I thought I'd bring. I mentioned the IM356S a couple of weeks ago. It's the Bomber Pro with the screen, I think. Tiny looking little mod, absolutely minuscule, smaller than the RS365. Than the 365 RS, and he's got a couple of different faceplates coming out by the looks of it. That's his regular design, and this one here looks like it might be the Joker or something. If you look closely,
there's the Joker's head.
Yeah, cartoony Jokery face there. He puts a lot of work into Alessandro. He does stuff with the Sunbox dude, whose name I shall not mention. He's quite hated by some, but Alessandro I like a lot. I support him a few times. I quite like him. That's just a little bit of an update on the IM356S. So we've got the Bomber Pro with the screen in there. Next one, when you're ready, Rick. Okay, this is from the Friday morning.
Now you're talking.
They've brought out a limited edition. Now, this is really limited. What you see here is literally what you get. This is not examples of mods you can potentially buy. These are the mods you can buy. They've brought them out in like 6 colours. It is the it's the Barracuda. What it's called, the Barracuda 475G, because that's the chip. The
got the 475 in it, is it?
It's got 475. So you can see the joystick in there. The various modes. I think the ones that you see are literally the ones that are available. They've brought 6 or 7 of them out. You see that's Maple and Zebrano. We've got a gold. That's not really gold. It's a bit of a departure from the Friday morning's usual kind of style. I think. I mean, everything I've seen from them before has been either plastic or 3D printed. Remember the Friday morning, all the people who brought out the tab.
Craig had one, didn't Craig? Had the Friday morning 3D printed one.
He did.
The guys that made the tab, aren't they? The original tab.
That's right. Yeah, they are the ones who invented, as far as I'm concerned, the tab, which was then snidered by that company whose name I can't remember.
Coilmaster.
Yeah, Coilmaster. Yeah, them. That's that on certain vape groups they don't allow you to show that because it is a clone. So this is something that came in from. It was actually Craig who was showing this the other day, and they look canny. They look a little bit big. A little bit big. You can see on the pictures there that they are quite wide. But you remember this is a regulated mode, and it is wood, and they are limited as they come. Literally, the ones you see on the website are the ones that are available, and that's the Barracuda from the Friday morning. I think we're back to the start, Eric. I've not a lot to say about that really, other than because I haven't got it behind. Other than looks like it might be suitable for a lefty.
Yeah, it looks great.
I think the lefties will love that.
Hopefully, we've got to keep them happy a bit, haven't we?
Yeah.
They need cheering up a bit.
Yeah, they rule the world.
Yeah.
Is that a Fat Daddy 510?
I'm trying to work out. I think it isn't. I think it looks like the O-ring is closer in to the centre.
So I haven't seen one of those in a while.
No, I'm surprised that if it is one, I'm surprised they're using it. Sorry to say, but
yeah.
Looks like that. Looks like. When I spoke to Craig about it, I was like, yeah, it looks big.
It's not my cup of tea.
It's not my cup of tea either. However, I've got a lot of respect for the Friday morning. I've got a lot of respect for so I thought I'd pop it up there. You know, the brass plate instantly put me off, to be honest with you.
It's just going to get dirty. It is going to get dirty.
Yeah. So that was that. We've got next, Rick. I think next one is this is the bits that you got to come with it. Of course, you always got some extras with their previous stuff. So you get a little anti stand or a drift tip stand in there, and you also get this. This is quite cool. This bespoke for their for the bottles for that with the
they've got those bottles. I've seen these bottles before.
Yeah, which I thought was quite cool. Nice that they're including them sort of bits. And I think they're going to probably match the wood to a certain degree that you buy. Nice little feature.
That's a nice little add-on.
Yeah, I think it should be. I mean, it's $500 odd. I think you should get some bits for it.
Yes.
Fucking hell. Yeah.
Nice. Next one, please, Rick. Okay, this is the opposite end of the scale. We've got Argos. Argos selling vape gear. I was a bit shocked.
Is this real? Is this real?
This is real. I've screenshot these myself from the Argos website.
No.
They are selling starter kits. Not just that, they're also selling juice. If you've got the next one, Rick, the next couple of juice. Here we go. This blue is a weird. It just goes to show how mainstream vaping really is when the likes of your Argos and the laminated catalogue of dreams is selling your vape gear and selling perishables like juice.
These are the 50-50. It's one of those. That's 80-20. That middle one there. So it's not really made for your mainstream vapor, then, is it? 80-20.
No.
That's like the old juice that we used to get 5 years ago.
It is. I think.
PG.
I'm guessing certain starter packs still rock high PG juices. You know, you remember it? I always was taught PG gives you your throat hit, VG gives you your clouds.
Yeah, it'd be pretty gnarly to vape it on the gear that we use, something 80-20.
What's the Cool Fire Mini?
It's a.
I'm not being funny, but I've reviewed for Anakin for 3 years.
And they didn't send you the mini one. Maybe it was going to look too big in your hands.
Is that how you even spell Anakin? Is it Anakin?
No, it's not how you spell Anakin.
That might not even be Anakin. That
So
might
they're
be
selling clones then. Argos are selling clones.
That's the Inoken.
It's close.
Mini.
It is, isn't it? That's not how you spell Anakin. Oh my god!
Excellent. That's phenomenal.
It's actually got aqua vape on it though as well. Look.
I'm gonna have to Google.
Oh no! Look, it's got Anakin on there. Look, it's got Anakin on the box.
It's a typo.
It's just a typo.
They've typed. Yeah, they spell it wrong. That's the ice sub. I think you sent me something like this once, Richard. One of these little things with an Atty on top. That it's a TC mod that you can't use a normal Atty on.
I have reviewed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that for a shocker? Bit of a shocker?
Hmm?
A little bit of a shocker, Argos?
That's a big surprise, isn't it, though?
Yeah.
I would not have expected that.
I didn't see that coming this year. Such a mainstream outlet.
Yeah.
I suppose it shows endorsement for vaping, though, that someone like that would take it on.
I'm going to have to approach Tesco.
It can't be a bad thing, can it?
No. If that stops someone smoking, then it's good on.
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
As long as they haven't put it in the children's section of the catalogue. As long as it's not next to Hulk Hogan.
Well, be right.
We could put it next to the Lego because, let's be frank, only adults actually use Lego.
Yeah. Put it next to the, is it the Kinetics?
I've bought more Lego as an adult than I ever did as a child. That's not a child thing.
I read something a while ago that said Star Wars Lego, as if you'd invested in Star Wars Lego Star Wars Lego rather than property 10 or 15 years ago, then you would have made double your money. And property prices obviously are constantly fluctuating, but majoritively increasing.
It's like Scary Spice, isn't it, Mel B? She, all the other Spice Girls frittered their money on things. She bought fine art, didn't she?
Did she really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
All Scary Spice's money's tied up in fine art.
She invested wisely in Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, if you'd asked me that question, Rick, would have probably been my answer, Eddie Murphy. I was a big fan of Raw and Delirious back in the day when that came out. I had them on Betamax or whatever. And
wasn't that a live thing he did?
Yeah, he wore a big red.
I remember that. Yeah.
The red leather suit and the blue leather suit. And at the time, I thought they were amazing. You watch them back now, and you're like, "Oh, he's talking about some subjects there that are." He's quite obviously homophobic, and at the time, though, it seemed all right. Him
and Robin Williams completely transformed American comedy at that time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely! Storytelling became a thing. It was no longer jokes. That style of comedy, they did. They're just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. At the time, I'm not saying I condone it. No, it's still fun.
Is that all the news? Is that all your news?
Yes, all I have left is.
Oh, hang on. A 5-minute warning.
And here's me thinking we're going to have an early finish, early bath.
Hour and 40 minutes already.
Awesome. Am I going to do try of
You have to
that remind you of vaping, but they aren't really vaping at all.
When the music plays, the people demand the try of devolving bars. Okay, first one when you're ready. And this one is the most tenuous of them all, and it was noted on Facebook that I wouldn't watch, and although it was try of devolving barbard as stabilized wood. It's just
that watch, I like that watch. Just looks nice, doesn't it?
They've been out absolutely ages on the wooden watches. I remember
Never seen one.
No,
yeah, I got a couple of them. We would and
no.
But apparently reminded somebody of vaping, and therefore we included it in the show.
Because it's made out of wood.
Ashley Major, that is.
Next week, I'm going to upload a picture of a tree as try Bataba.
You know, if that reminds you of Vietnam Brad, then that will be acceptable. You don't remember we've been running this show for. I thought this was going to be a short-lived feature, and still to come after this like 15 or whatever this week. Still
loads. There's loads.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. So let's rattle through them. Let's focus on the stabilised wood. This one was quite good. This one was from Bob. Yeah, this is and I think he labelled this one. We need a bigger drip tip or something like that. I can't remember, but it's.
So what is it like? Is it who was the telephone guy? Is it Yogi Bear? No,
Alexander Graham Bell.
Yeah, who did he ring though?
His mum.
Domino's. He rang Domino's, I think, at the time.
What's for dinner?
What sort of contract was he on?
As you go.
Fair enough.
Nah, he'll have been tied into a monthly job, and it'll have been expensive at the time, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon it'd be quite a lot. Yeah.
What
hardware,
depends what sort of 3G.
The cost of the hardware. I mean, it's quite a big box, isn't it? I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on there.
He's got it plugged into his bong there for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on there.
Do you think he ever dialed the wrong number?
I don't think he's got a dialer, has he?
1. Oh, I've hit 3 by mistake. Oh, look at that.
Oh, it's engaged. Who else is ringing?
I think he's just having a good old vape, and he though. That's what he's.
What are those other guys waiting to speak to his mum as well?
Yeah, she was a busy lady.
They just want a vape. I mean, this is actually what you need for the car for hands-free vaping, isn't it? It looks like it's a motorized vape, so you wouldn't need to use your hands really. You could.
If you look on the left hand, this is an early Squonk system. If you look on the left hand side there, he's got a 150 ml bottle connected to his box mode. And then he's just got an extravagant. That's probably an early Dibley drip tip there. He's got on there.
What really is the thing on the left? Is that the what is the thing on the left?
The battery.
Yeah, it's some sort of electricity, isn't it?
Okay, fantastic.
It looks like an upside down light bulb.
I could look at this picture all day.
What's going on to see in there? It could be a sewing machine as well, or a mini lathe. Actually, he's turning drip tips. That's a lathe. Look, you can see the belt there on the motor. Yeah. He's got a drip tip turner. That's Bessie. That's Bessie. It's Sean.
That's Bessie. Yeah.
That's Sean's
the beards alone are a triumph for Tarbar.
they just need snapbacks, and it's done.
We're taking too long. We've got too many. That's great. I love that one.
Oh, this is from Dan Goodchild. This is from Dan. And Dan put this somewhere else, and he was like, "Is this a triumph?" And I was like, "Go on, put it on the group." And they put it on the group. I was like, "Nah, not even close."
That's like Craig's butt plug Atty, isn't it? That stuff, that metallic heat treated sort of stuff that peels off.
It totally is.
I was looking at the license plate trying to work it out.
It's a B2 Travalba bar.
Tabar, yeah. B2 Tabar. Yeah.
What a waste of a nice car.
Yeah.
Yay! This is another one from Dan, I think. I posted this in the group. Yeah, this is a Blythe Travalba. It's a bird, isn't it? It's a bird, but it says Blythe, and I'm on the show. And it reminded him of
You're famous. They've named a bird after you.
And our vape, and then so it reminded him of vaping, and that's why it was a triumph.
It also uses the exact same font structure as any flavor profile on any e-liquid website. first paragraph in bold, and then just normal text.
Well spotted. Well spotted. Next one, please, Rick. Oh,
it's a phobia drip tip.
It is. It's from Ryan, isn't it?
No, it's from
that reminds me of me.
Sorry, Herbie. Yes, it was from Herbie. Sorry, not Ryan. I knew it was from somebody cool. What is it really, though?
A really trippy fruit bowl.
It's a bowl or a candle holder.
That's all I can think as well. Trippy fruit bowl.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's wicked.
I would not want to be on drugs around that.
See, I totally would. That's cool. I like it. I like it. It's really cool. Thank you very much, Herbie, for that one. Next one. Oh, yeah.
Oh, look. That's a good one.
I like that.
That is an e-cigarette, so kind of.
So that would remind you of it. Yeah. So this one won't necessarily mean anything to anybody outside of forums or Facebook or whatever. This is one to buy. This is WTB.
Yeah.
One to buy. And he wants to buy that little mod. That little, it's an arse tank, isn't it? Of course, it is. On a what's that?
An ice stick, isn't it?
It's that e-leaf, yeah.
Yeah, I like they've got some cool lines on that. Now
The Pico.
That's the 2700 Pico, I think.
They're a good match. The Aries and that Pico there. I think
they're a good mod. Those little Picos. You know, I've still got a 26651 here, and they're a good mod.
Take a beating, can't they? Take a beating. Yeah. That's a one to buy. That's a good one.
Pico, yeah.
Flitzy in chat says he always thought it meant want to bang.
This one came from. Oh, I can't remember who this came from.
It does look a bit like Expo, doesn't it?
This was somebody. No, this is somebody at a concert. I can't remember who they said they want to see.
Is it Depeche Mode?
Yeah, Depeche Mode or Duran.
Wembley Arena.
And
looks like Wembley Arena to me.
I don't know. I've not been to Wembley.
Yeah, I bet it's Wembley Arena, I think.
If you look in the front, in the bottom of the picture, how fantastic is the comb over on the chap in the red jacket?
Oh, is that a comb over or headphones or something? Down here?
Oh, yeah, that's a fabulous comb over.
I'm zooming in. Let's get right zoomed into him.
Give us maximum zoom.
That's it. Something going on there, isn't there? I'm not sure what it is.
It might be a bald chap with headphones on.
Oh, that ruins my.
Oh, sorry.
Never mind. That's it. Anyway, it's a triumph for Tamar anyway. So we're good. We're looking at. We're focusing on the.
Is it technically vapor that comes out of those things then?
Sort of
dry ice.
Sort of is a sort of VG sort of stuff that comes.
Yeah, in the big ones like that at concert events they use VG. Because in the old days they used dry ice, but dry ice releases too much carbon dioxide. So in a closed environment like that, it's really not ideal.
What does dry ice not heavy as well? Does that not sink to the floor? This is obviously
it does.
I've seen somebody use a smoke machine and put juice in it before.
Yeah,
it does work. So it's the same sort of stuff. Anyway, that was Lassia Uvinen.
Yeah, I knew that was. I just didn't want to say the name. Thanks, Rick. Next one, please.
Mark Robson.
This is from Mark. Or it's from sorry.
Hellfire.
This is. I was looking. I was going. No, yes, no. I was like, how is that even remarkably? It's Hellfire, of course, isn't it? It's
SS as well on top.
Yeah, it's got a steel Hellfire.
SS Hellfire.
Stainless steel Hellfire.
It might have N20 wire in it, if there's any such thing as that.
Nickel 20, yeah. Nickel 20, yes. Hellfire, stainless steel, haven't it? Lovely.
Martin Robson.
Oh, this is another. There's a lot of 4-bit ones.
There's a lot of fear going around today.
Yeah.
I saw that. That reminded me of the source of the phobic mods.
Things that remind you of phobics, but not really phobics.
Did someone with diseased skin give you the idea or something?
It does look like it's perfectly at home there. He should actually just leave it there.
I think so. Yeah, it would be at home there.
So racy
mod goes home.
Cool pic though. Really cool picture. Next one. Is a one for me, local lads. Like this is Nev. This is probably not mean anything to some people, but this is Northeast Vapors. This is obviously come from a. Who was this one from, Rick?
This is from Matt Fox.
Oh, Matt. So this is Nev. This is a Northeast Vapors. That's a Triumph Batama.
Yeah, it is. Definitely. I saw that straight away. This is
it's also Mark Todd's old car, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, he had the Toyota one that was identical.
Oh. So that would be that's a double Triumph.
Another double.
Lovely.
Yeah. This is Mick Blizzard.
And I presume this is because the smoke. I don't know much about smoke.
Yeah, smocks are all about the LEDs, aren't they?
Yeah. So it's a lighting up cat head.
Smock cat.
Yeah, smock made cats. This one's quite good. This is it's obviously it says. I mean, I quite like these sort of things. You see them on.
Oh
like,
look, Bogan.
Yeah, absolutely. So dirty Bogan beers truck. I mean, if it was vaping Bogan's beer truck, obviously when you open that door,
I would want to go into that van if that was Sam's van. I would want to go in it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Have an 8 a.m. beer.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I've got to go to Birmingham just to see
actually,
Sam. I wasn't going to go to Expo, but I've got to go just to see Sam now.
Actually, yeah, we should say the Vaping Bogan, Sam, who has been on the show, is officially 100% definitely coming to Vape Expo in Birmingham.
Yeah, we've got to go. I've got to go up there for that now.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah, I will as well. I'll find somewhere to kit.
Next one, please.
Next.
This
yes.
This is from Paul Iverson.
This is from Paul Iverson.
Please message us, Paul, and tell us how to pronounce your name. This is my favourite from this week, I think, probably. This could either be, this could be a mech, or it could be not even ye olde, pre-ye olde. 18500 battery or whatever. It's
got good. It's good. It's a button top though. That's the trouble.
What is it? What is it really?
I have no idea, and I haven't got any idea of scale either. I mean, that could be 6 foot tall. In which case, it probably wouldn't be particularly trying for 12 hour at all. If it was giant in the corner of somebody's room, but without any scale, it looks a bit like a battery. Looks a bit like a mod. I liked it. It's also it seems to have a spread eagled lady on there.
It does look like it has a spread eagle.
Yeah.
I have seen batteries in worse condition.
Well, she's sitting on a speaker. She's sitting on a speaker at a disco.
When them bass frequencies are.
Yeah, she's getting off on the speaker, man.
Yep.
That's our YouTube yellow flag.
Next one, please.
Pete Cars.
This is a doubler. I'm not entirely sure where you got these from. That's a massive spool of wire, and then the next one as well, please, Rick. And then whoever it is who had that massive spool of wire is making these
load of space coils,
boxes full of space coils. Absolutely, I'm not entirely sure what that was all about. Because people don't give any context to these Strive for 12 hours. They say something, reminds them of vaping, post on the page, and then end up on the YouTubes. And
that's our job, isn't it?
Yeah. Is it?
There's at least $40,000 worth of springs there.
If they were wrapped by M-Turk, there's about at least $250,000.
Yeah, there's a lot of money's worth there. Yeah.
But it was going. We liked it a lot. Thank you very much. This one.
Vape Savbo.
What is going on here?
Okay, this is some sort of swimming part. I think there might be.
I know. I can see it now.
Nose clips.
No, it's because it's got "I'm done" at the top.
Absolutely. No, that's it. So some dude had this in his timeline. A friend of his or whatever had posted this on his feed, and it popped into his timeline. And the reason, obviously, it's a Tribe Patava is because of "I'm done." And I don't know if everybody knows about "I'm done," but when you're a vapor and you've bought enough gear, you go, right, I've bought enough gear, I'm done.
The Frank.
Frank.
Yeah, the Frank. I was going to say it's a Frank.
I've got t-shirts.
I am done though. I feel like I'm done.
Yeah, but also hashtag.
Frank knows how to be done though.
Never done.
More than anyone else.
Never done. Yeah.
He's done.
So that's the tie in there. In just a little phrase like that can remind you of vaping.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's things that remind you of vaping.
Next.
Oh, this is mine. This was that advert that popped in on my Facebook. This is.
Oh yeah.
These are microphones.
Mics, yeah.
But I thought this was some sort of crazy. I thought it was some sort of Yankee mod thing where you got covers and a weird
Yeah, they're mecky. They're mecky.
Reminds me of the
Yeah, it looks like sheep
MCR.
mix.
The MCR used to come with loads of like a box for all your extras.
They're like
Extra
that. It's got logos, sort of like the Templario ones.
Yeah.
So there's some stuff going on, and it comes in a lovely box like some high-end mods do.
Absolutely. So I saw that. It reminded us of vaping, and I screenshot it. That's right.
And finally, last one, Trevor Larkin.
Trevor, this one came on just.
I saw this one earlier, actually. Yeah, it's so like a mod, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. I've got no idea. Is it a speaker enclosure? I think there might be a speaker enclosure. I think that's a couple of woofers and a tweet in there. But I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. That's what
I think you're spot on the money there.
We're so used to seeing these sort of free. That's a 1, 2, 3D design screenshot or something, isn't it? So we're so used to seeing these 3D designs of when people are making things up. That definitely looks like a design for a mod, doesn't it?
Totally does. Totally does. And that was this week's Try of Batava. Come back next week for more Try of Batavas.
Bradley, any news? You muted.
Yeah, shot. I forgot there. There is, but I think we'll leave it for next week because we're running out of time.
It's time for Mod Showcase, and I need to go get that Trump book.
Yeah, let's get on to Mod Showcase. Rick,
is that time again? Is it? Is that time?
Let me wet my lips.
Well, if it's that whistle, we know it's that time, don't we? Right, let's get some pictures up. I've got a couple of mods to show you this week.
Beautiful.
I've got 2 mods to show you. One of them squonks and one of them doesn't. But they're both blooming beautiful, in my opinion. So let's head straight into it. I'm going to show you the first mod by our friend in Croatia, I do believe, Aldin Mods. He's making these. He's making these little mechanical mods, and I just think they're glorious. They're lovely. They're simple. They're like a squonker without the bottle. They work the same way. They push a plate over, and I think they're just very nice.
It's just such a different take on a tube make.
Yeah, I mean, it's only slightly bigger than a tube. It's made of a nice bit of wood. It hits the same as a squonker will, but it's a mech, you know. So yeah, I think that's definitely worth showing. It's Aldin Mods.
I like that.
It's got a nice shape, hasn't it? It's got rather than trying to do it as a 22 milli tube or a 24 milli tube, it's like it's got a bit of a slightly rounded square to it, and it's nice. Good wood as well, really good wood.
He makes other mods. He makes squonkers as well. He makes some beautiful squonkers. But I quite like these. I like these as much, you know. So yeah, that's really good, Aldin. Good on you. Next up, we've got a mod by Mark Rowe, and I showed one he made a few weeks ago, and it looked like it came straight out of a machine shop, but it started off like this, and he posted this up about, I don't know, 3 weeks before he finished the mod. This was the first picture, and then he carried on down the thread later on, and he ended up with something quite nice. But he made the metal part for the inside, and that's it fitted on there, and he ended up with this.
This fella is unbelievable, Rick. Absolutely,
he really is. He really is making some really nice stuff. He made the aluminium one the other week, where he used tubing and used lumps of aluminium. It looks like it's a shop bought mod. I mean,
yeah.
And
this dude is so talented, absolutely so talented.
This is the sort of thing that a lot of modders miss, is putting the time in and the patience into making a mod. I mean, everyone's in a rush, you know. I'm included in that. If I'm making a mod, I'm trying to rush it to get it finished. He's obviously got the patience to spend 3 or 4 weeks on one mod because he doesn't need another mod. He realizes the fun is in spending your time making it, and you end up with something like that. I mean, it's outstanding. It's a one-off.
Yeah, lovely.
It looks professional, like it's funny. It's funny. You can almost say this is a mod you could buy for $50. You know, it looks like it's come out of a factory, because it's so perfect. But it isn't. It's a one-off.
That dude is a proper artisan. That dude. That is the two that I've seen. Both, and not just that. The fella has got some style about him as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is top notch. I mean, to have a one-off like this would be fantastic, wouldn't it?
Unbelievable.
So yeah, brilliant. Really, really good work, Mark, and really, really good work, Alden, as well. So that is the mod showcase of the week. If you want to see more, go over to that site. What's that site?
www. Facebook.
That's it. Facebook.com. If you do
So
a
that's
little
the pale purple, I know.
Yeah.
Blue.
White F.
That's it. Blue with a white F. If you type facebook.com, do a search for mod showcases, there's a little group.
It's all one word, is it? All one word. It's Facebook, all in one. It's not Facebook. It's Facebook.
They haven't got any spaces in there.
Yeah.
You've got too many O's in your book there, mate.
There's only 2 O's in book as well.
No W's.
Like a book you'd open.
Yeah, book.
And a face, like face, book. Should be sign language for it, shouldn't there? Face, book. Yeah. And talking of books, here we go, look.
Talking of books, it's time for Troll of the Week, sent in by our very own troll, Colin Albans. This is
present you.
This is
I'll present you.
Poetry.
I thought it was a joke. It's a real thing.
It's a real book created by Rob Sears. I should stress it's strictly unauthorized.
Look at him there, man. Look at him.
Oh, that's genius.
But he must have really taken this picture, which in of itself, it's the world's biggest troll.
Yeah.
In a book written by someone that's clearly trolling him, sent to me by a troll. And these poems are quite magical. Let me just, I've earmarked a couple. Page 11. Page 11. Let's scroll to that. This poem is titled, I am the least racist person there is. I haven't nailed the voice, though. But shall I try the voice or without the voice?
Give it a bash. This poetry reading is brought to you by Vaping Vic.
I can't do the voice, but I'll try. I've always tried to have a great relationship with blacks. I remained strong for Tiger Woods during his difficult period. Oprah. I love Oprah. Oprah would always be my first choice. Kanye West. I love him. I think Eminem is fantastic. And most people think I wouldn't like Eminem. And did you know my name is in more black songs than any other name in hip-hop? You are the racist, not I. That's the first one.
That's magical.
If you like Eminem, you're officially not racist. And then page 105 has a beautiful poem again. There's a lot of haikus. Is that the correct pronunciation?
Haiku.
Yeah, there's a lot of those, but this one is another poem. This is on page 105. Pittsburgh, not Paris. This is real, by the way. I'm not making this up as I go along. Pittsburgh, not Paris. Kate Middleton is great, but she shouldn't be sunbathing in the nude. It's really cold outside. NBC News just called it the Great Freeze. Thus, as of today, the United States will cease all implementation of the non-binding Paris Accord. We want global warming now.
Is this a real book? What is this book?
It's a book. It's poems by Trump. I mean, he's right, because it was cold where he was. It definitely will have been cold where Kate Middleton was, and therefore crazy to be sunbathing in the nude when it was cold where he was.
Well, it's all about where he is, isn't it? Come on,
He wants global warming now.
Yeah.
I could do some global. We could all do a bit of global warming at the moment, anyway, couldn't we? I mean, round here, anyway, in the UK.
Global warming in the winter, not so much in the summer.
Thank you to Colin for sending that on. I may do some more readings of that in video format.
I think we should
on
have
the Facebook group.
I think we should definitely have a weekly section of Trump poems for a while.
Yeah, I might stick a couple on Facebook. I might hold a few back for the show as well.
Maybe we'll learn something that we don't know.
But yeah, so I mean that's art, isn't it? That's poetry.
Really is, and the picture on the front as well. It's inspired.
That is just excellent. I mean, that's the face of a poet.
It is. It really is. Great poet.
So that has been the Ideal Home Show. Any other business, gentlemen? Anything we need to stress?
No, John's back next week. John's back.
John's back next week. We might slide in a guest depending on Rick's attendance. But yeah, more to come. Thank you for watching. This has been the Ideal Home Show. And we will see you next week.
No, we'll see you next week.
Like and subscribe. Tell them about the like and subscribe.
Oh, no, you've got to do that, haven't you? Come on.
Right. Okay, there's 130 people watching right now. If there's not 130 likes on the video in minutes' time, then
we'll kill something. What will we kill?
We'll kill everything.
We'll get a gun, and we'll go shoot a load of kids in a school. Smash that like button, people, please. You don't understand how important it is that you do that.
We are so how important is it? It's so important to us, isn't it? We're counting them thumbs up, and then we see a thumbs down, and then we all cry. We all cry when we see a thumbs down.
We cry every week. We cry every week when we see those 2 thumbs down. As soon as we finish the show, we cry every week.
So those people who are thumbs down on us, you know, you're upsetting us a lot. And
Hugh O'Brien has a point. We did already kill Bob.
Yeah, and we'll do it again.
Yeah.
You didn't like our videos enough, so we killed Bob.
You don't like the video, Bob gets it.
Yeah, I'll unflush Bob. How do you like that?
Yeah.
Unflush him. Yeah.
We're not.
How do you like them apples?
Yeah. No show next week unless we get 100 likes. Thank you very much for watching. This has been the Andy Lamb Show, and we'll see you again next Thursday. To quantify, that is, see you next Thursday. Bye.